Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. You join us on another beautiful day in paradise, and we are now on update 0.51.00. So if you are on the main branch of the game and not in experimental, and you'll know that because you have to opt into experimental through Steam itself, then things have changed for you. And I'm just looking at the water, the way it lights up and gets dark. Now that is kind of something you would expect to see if the light from the sun was being occluded by a cloud, but having watched it for a while, I don't think it's doing it. I think it's just dynamic, the way that the surface is changing like that. It's kind of cool. I don't know if it's in the patch notes. Also, the water from above is very, very blue. It's very beautiful, which is kind of cool. There are some other changes. There is a big elephant in the room, and I'll get to that momentarily, but one of the bigger requested features, well, certainly from me, is the change to the billboard system, for we can now rotate a full 360 degrees without having these islands on the horizon stutter our camera every time we look around. And that's going to be especially useful if you have a lot of player-made islands, because that was one of the problems player-made islands had on your game. It would just cause everything to get a little bit stuttery. So that's neat that has been fixed. Cool. There's a lot of notes in the update, which I believe relates to changes made during the experimental phase of the game. So things like the watch getting bigger. It doesn't get bigger. In fact, we haven't seen it get bigger between the old 0.48 and the new 0.51. So yeah, I think that was experimental. That pool of water is extraordinarily blue, and that shadow is very strong on the surface. Yeah, I think the way that shadows and the surface of the water are now being rendered, they're going to need a tweak. Let's see if we can find our shadow. So our shadow now sticks to the surface of the water and creates this very dark puddle. But if we go underneath the water, it drops down. So there are some tweaks that need to happen, but all in all, again, looks very, very, very pretty. There are some other quality of life fixes, including the sail. If you have a raft, the sail has been tweaked so that the massive lag it caused, the lag spike, has been alleviated. Sharks disappearing on custom islands. If you have a custom island and you put some sharks on it, those sharks should now be there. So if you are a sort of person who really likes putting tigers and great whites, oh my, on your islands, they're now there. Also, interestingly from the cartographer, the sea forts should now have been fixed. So if you're a person who likes putting sea forts on your island, give that a whirl, get a friend to try out that island, for it should have also been fixed. Cool. There are fixes to audio, fixes to fire particles, fixes to the rain. So the rain should no longer follow you around. I have seen that before in the game, kind of an interesting effect where the rain sprites follow you. That should no longer happen. There are fixes to audio. So drowning audio sticking around after the player dies should now be gone. Fixed controller assignments for anyone who is a heathen and plays with the controller. That should all now be fixed, and that is very important because of the way you play co-op. We'll get back to that momentarily. Fixed items not colliding with terrain objects like coral rocks. Well, that's an interesting one because the last main update introduced a ton of underwater flora and fauna, so objects colliding with those, huge thing. Player shadow displaying 2 character heads has been fixed. Well, I mean, we have 1 character head, but also, I mean, our player shadow is terrifying. Let's be honest about that. Anything else? Pink textures after knocking a building down should all be fixed. Well, you know, how many times do you knock over your house? Probably not that many. Unless you make a serious sort of planning error and the council comes along to tell you, you've got to knock everything down. No, it seems structurally sound. Anything else? Well. New notification for when a life raft is lost at sea. Okay, let's try this one out. We can actually do this one. We can do this one from here. Let's do it. I mean, birds do it. Beets do it. even educated fleas will toss their life raft out into the sea every now and again. Come up, come up, come on. Because there are currents in the game. There's currents and there's tides. They were introduced last update. Ugh. Currents and tides, oh my. So we're just going to toss you out. Just get... When you want physics to work, it doesn't work. I mean, I see a problem with this. Okay, fine. I've got this. Got it. We're going to take the paddle. We're going to operate. The other thing that's changed is the field of view. The locked field of view, is what they call, is now 90 degrees left and right, where before it was 60 in your little starting raft. So we're going to get this bad boy out into the sea, and then we're going to ditch it and see if we actually get a notification. Unfortunately, I think we need to ditch it on the other side of the island, so we'll go this way. Controls are still messed up. It is still WSA indeed to turn this thing around. While we're doing that, we'll go through the other changes. So there is a new seat added to the life raft, the passenger seat. I mean, it's not an actual passenger seat, it's just kind of a little place where you can put another passenger, which is neat. The main menu logo has been changed to the proper image. Interestingly, if we press escape now, oh, we can't because we're in the raft. We'll do that momentarily. Let's take her out over the abyss and abandon her. Can we do this? Oh, can we do this here? Oh, that would be perfect. I think the currents have actually changed. E to operate. Is this thing drifting? Not nearly as fast as it could. Alright. Goodbye. 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 We'll say goodbye to the raft. I'm not looking back because I know what's behind me. It's the abyss. And I don't like the abyss. It's kind of abyssal. But we can now look at the menu. I don't know if the menu's changed. If we press escape. Oh, the raft is now... Yeah, it's drifting, but it's drifting a lot slower than it used to. Okay, cool. So, menu. It's got the proper logo and everything. It looks pretty sweet. Nice. We are going to spend a long time if we want to see that raft disappear and get the raft lost at sea notification. So the currents have changed, certainly. Are we doing it? Are we going to do it? Are we going to go and look at the co-op? So in order to get into a co-op game, you're going to need a controller or a secondary control input, and you're going to need to go to options. There you are going to need to go to input, and you will see that I have set the keyboard and mouse to player 1 and the Xbox input or the Xbox gamepad to player 2. If we scroll down, can we scroll down? Oh, yes we can. So we have the Xbox mappings there, we can remap them, and then we have all the keyboard mappings underneath. Interesting, because we will now need to go to new game. Yeah, we'll overwrite. And then we get to this menu, single player, okay, normal, existing, male, everything else is not toggleable except for the world. We can have existing or we can have a random world. That's it. Single player can be changed to cooperative and then we can hit start. So here we are in a co-op game, in a couch co-op game. It's going to be a little bit twitchy because we are on a physics object and hello. So different character models, nice. Oh, hello tiger shark. You are going to try and kill us. Right, fine. We are going to go to E. We're going to go to operate. And we're going to paddle towards the beach because there is no crash. There's no crash animation. There's no little tutorial. There is just you and an island and your friend. So, however you want to play it. We are just going to... I'm just going to switch over to the controller. So this is going to be a little bit awkward because there's no one else here and I can't get Roomba to play with me. Tried it, doesn't work. Okay, so I'm going to now use this. We're going to get off there. We're going to put the paddle back here because I noticed something while playing around earlier. This is a physics object. The other player is a player, but they're also now a physics object. Hello. Check it out. If we go here, clipped into the... I think he's clipped into... Oh, he's clipped into the raft. Okay, so we are just going to 360 no-scope the raft. So player 2 is now underwater and drowning. So yeah, you control your friends. I don't know what happens if you let go. Ooh, if you let go. But right mouse button certainly gets you to a point where you can get yourself drowned. What we're going to do is also... Oh, this is so tricky. So tricky. Hold X, get off the life raft. No, X to ride along. Okay, he's now unlocked from the life raft because I hadn't realised the character model was just so... I want lady characters in this, definitely. That is just terrifying. Oh, look at their eyes. They're unblinking and dead. It's like a doll's eyes. Anyway, okay, fine. We are going to go and just... I don't know. You look after the raft. And player 2, you are going to help me with an experiment. I mean, it's going to require a little work. So the thing about couch co-op as opposed to co-op over TCP/IP is that you don't have to deal with any netcode. So it's still a challenge to get your game all... I'm just going to get to a position where it just kind of looks nice. Because we're going to have to let go of the controls. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Beautiful. 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 Take a picture. Yeah, you don't need to deal with TCP/IP settings, you don't need to deal with netcode, you don't need to deal with anything. All you need to do is have a split screen and your players side by side, and yeah, you need to create models, you need to work out how people are going to ride in boats, you're also going to need to work out how physics and stuff works. It's still tricky, but not impossibly tricky. Now, the reason I'm in the sea is because there have been some changes to sharks. Don't like this bit, sorry. But the shark music to begin once a player is attacked. Oh, tiger! Oh, tiger boy! I said tiger! Oh, there's a poison boy. Oh yeah, and that shadow though. Shadow on the surface of the water. So we need to find a tiger boy and see what happens. It should play the Quentin Tarantino music. Some of my favourite music in the game. Where's a tiger boy? Oh, tiger boy. I said tiger boy. Oh, tiger boy. That's not a tiger boy. We're going to need air as well. If a player is incapacitated, you can actually, you can physics object them around, right mouse click. So I think what should happen, in theory, is that the music will not change until the shark does an attack run. That's a stingray. So yeah, the music doesn't change till the shark does an attack run. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. That's made everything go a little bit fizzy. But I think if we stay near him, he shouldn't be able to attack us a second time because he needs to go away and then cut. Oh no, okay, fine. That's a problem. We need air, and then we can't see through the surface. The controller is not nearly as responsive as the mouse. It's got to be said. So he'll swim away, then he'll come back, then he'll do an attack run. That's him grabbing us and dragging us out to sea. I'm bleeding. Oh, I'm bleeding. Ah, well, that's nice. The decals for bleeding and poison on the arms have been fixed. If you were playing experimentally and you're worried about that. Oh, tiger boy. Where are you, tiger boy? Oh, I don't know, is the answer. Oh, there he is. Oh, tiger boy. I say. Would you like a cup of tea? Oh, I guess it would get pretty dilute. Is he going to attack us? No, he hasn't done the attack run. So yeah, they seem to swim away and then they come back. But you should be able to avoid them if you just swim in a circle. Good. Absolutely brilliant. Do you think we can get ourselves killed? Hello. I want to get myself murdered. Ah, close my eyes for that one. don't know how to check the old watch. Pushing all them buttons. Hey, I'm needing experimental. I need help. I need help. Actually, I've got a better idea. I could just literally drown. All right. Okay. Fine. Let's get out of the water as player 2. Player 1, are you actually safe there? No. And then we'll get player 1 out of the water. This is so awkward. I apologise wholeheartedly for this. But you can see how everything works. So that's a physics object. We can physics it around. Player 1, you are quite badly hurt. Quite badly hurt. So right. Left is click. Can we? Oh, there's a nippy boy. There's a crab boy. A crab boy. Give us a little nip. Little nip. I need a. Oh, there we go. Is this guy not gonna die? All right. Is there a poison boy around here? Clownfish? You poisonous? I swear I saw a poison boy somewhere. So the tiger's still doing his thing out there. Oh yeah, poison boy. Poison boy. Can we get? Oh, there we go. We're now poisoned. Nice. I wonder if we can get ourselves straight murdered. So we are very sick, very sick. Oh, and that's a crab. So we've been bitten by them crabs. We've been attacked by them sharks. We can see on the dude's arm that he has been bitten. Can we see his watch? Oh, we can't see the readout from his watch, but we can see. I was gonna say we can see his pants, but no, there's literally a hole where his junk would be. Well, we did this for science. Why is this guy not dying? That's backpack. Oh, that's the hell. Okay. Can we buttons? Buttons. Who's got the button? This is just. Oh, there we go. He's got 2 health left, and he's poisoned, bleeding. This is shoulder buttons. He's poisoned and bleeding. He's gonna die. I'm gonna die. Okay, fine. Right, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to kill this guy. How do I kill him? He's immortal. I am immortal. All right, let's do it. Let's see if we can get ourselves nommed at least a little bit more. Oh, I know how we can do it. Just drown. Just freaking drown. Just take one for the team. Oh look, there's some clownfish. Fine. He's still got 2 health. Okay, well we'll go and you can look at the clownfish and we'll see if we can find where you are, because we need to work out what happens when a player drowns. He might actually die though. Okay. Blub blub blub. So he's still not dying. But things are getting pretty dark. I mean, pretty bleak. Oh, his model just changed. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. So, ragdoll physics, and we finally managed to kill him. Oh, this is kind of brutal. All right, hang on a sec. Oh my, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know where I left them. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what we can do with you. How do we fix the player? Well, I'll tell you what. I think we've seen what we need to see. We've seen what we need to see. This is just too funny. Oh my. No, come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come by. Come by. Alright. So yeah, couch co-op's in. If you have a person nearby who can play the game with you, well, I think it'd be quite a lot of fun. I'm quite happy to wait for TCP/IP though, and then play it with another person. But for the time being, it's a step in the right direction. Boom! That's kind of cool. So that is update 0.51.00, and there are some changes. Graphical, there are some gameplay changes. If you are swimming about in the sea, just remember that the sharks won't play any music until they've started to attack you. And if you do live in a place where there are people, humans, actual humans who aren't robots, like Roomba or Amazon Girl, then you might be able to play couch co-op with someone you trust, because otherwise you might end up dead and far, far out at sea. I don't even see where he is. And you know what? I'm leaving it there. So, if you like these videos, definitely leave it a little like, leave a subscribe, tell your friends about the channel, because I might even help out. And you know what? I'll catch you next time.